I am greatly pleased to let you know something exciting. It's about culturing organic dairy. Yes, producing organic cheese or yogurt using traditional bacterial cultures. Using conventional bacterial cultures, this handbook offers a step-by-step method for culturing organic dairy in order to make organic yogurt or a simple soft cheese, such cream cheese or a curd cheese. Since the cheese may be produced by straining the resulting yogurt, the procedures for yogurt and this simple cheese share many of the same first steps. Getting the organic milk ready for cultivation. High-quality organic milk serves as the basis for organic cultured dairy. Organic milk guarantees that the dairy comes from cows that were not fed synthetic hormones, antibiotics, or pesticides in their grazing area or diet. 1. Select and prepare your milk. Begin with the organic milk of your choice, whether it be whole, low-fat, or skim. Before heating, you might consider adding around 3 tablespoons of organic dry milk powder for each quart of liquid milk for a thicker end product, particularly yogurt. 1. Pasteurize the milk by heating it. The main goals of this crucial procedure, called pasteurization, are to kill any competing bacteria naturally present in the milk that may interfere with your starter culture, and for yogurt to denature the whey proteins by heating to a high temperature, which aids in the final product setting into a thicker, firmer gel. To prevent burning, pour the organic milk into a sturdy stainless steel saucepan with a heavy bottom. Gradually heat the milk while stirring it lightly until it reaches a temperature of 180 to 185 degrees. To get an accurate temperature reading, use a thermometer. Maintain the desired temperature for 10 to 20 minutes after it has been attained. This step is essential for thickening the finished cheese or yogurt. Take the pot away from the heat. 1. Refrigerate the milk. Your starter cultures will die from the milk's high temperature. The milk must be chilled to the ideal temperature for the bacteria to flourish. For Thermophilic cultures used in yogurt, quickly chill the milk to the inoculation temperature, which is usually between 108 degree and 115 degree, or to a lower temperature for Mesophilic cultures, commonly used in cheese, typically around 70-90 degree. Consult the guidelines for your particular culture. An ice water bath is the quickest way to chill milk. Gently set the pot of hot milk into a larger container filled with ice and water and continuously stir the milk. To account for residual heat, cease cooling a degree or two before the target temperature. Adding the culture or inoculating the milk is the process. The process of introducing the starter culture to the prepared milk is known as inoculation. 1. Introduce the starter culture. A traditional bacterial culture will be used, which may be a commercially available freeze-dried starter culture, such as a yogurt-specific blend of Lactobacillus bulgaricus and Streptococcus thermophilus, a few tablespoons of organic yogurt with live cultures, or a prior batch. If using a commercially powdered culture, add the specified quantity as directed by the package instructions over the cooled milk and let it rehydrate for around 5 minutes before mixing it in well. When using a live organic yogurt as a starter, usually use 2 to 3 teaspoons for your each cup of milk. First whisking the starter into a small ladle full of the warm milk, then pouring that mixture back into the main pot and stirring gently to combine. Using the proper quantity is crucial, since using too much starter might result in a bad set or an excessively sour flavor. Cultivation and incubation. To ferment the lactose in milk into lactic acid, which thickens the dairy and imparts its distinctive sour taste, the culture requires a steady, warm environment. 1. Incubate the cultured milk. The ideal incubation temperature varies depending on the culture utilize thermophilic cultures, yogurt. Generally need temperatures between 108 and 115 degree. Mesophilic cultures, cheeses, buttermilk, need lower ambient temperatures, generally between 70 and 78 degree. Pour the inoculated milk into clean, sterilized containers, such as mason jars. Seal them well, Put the containers into an incubator. Typical household methods include an oven with just the light on, which frequently keeps a consistent low heat, a yogurt maker, a slow cooker covered in a towel and set to low, or an insulated cooler with warm water bottles placed inside for thermal mass. Keep the target temperature constant. 1. Keep track of time and schedule it. The temperature, culture, and desired tartness and thickness all affect how long an incubation lasts. Yogurt typically requires 6 to 12 hours. To test for a firm set, gently tilt a jar. The yogurt should have the appearance of a soft gel and shouldn't splash around. A milder, less acidic yogurt results from shorter fermentation periods, while a Tangier, thicker yogurt results from longer fermentation periods. Simple, soft cheese, acid coagulation. When making cheese, you will culture the milk, typically using a mesophilic culture or a very lengthy yogurt culture, until it completely separates into curds, the solid milk protein, and whey, the greenish-yellow liquid. Depending on the temperature and culture, this may take anywhere from 12 to 24 hours. 1. Halt fermentation by cooling. The fermentation process needs to be stopped when the proper texture and acidity have been achieved. Take the containers out of the incubator right away. Put them in the fridge to quickly lower the temperature of the cultured dairy to 45 degree or lower. The bacteria's activity is thus stopped. Finishing the item, completing yogurt. The completed yogurt is currently the refrigerated product. As it cools, it will thicken even more. Greek-style yogurt, optional. Put a colander over a dish and cover the colander with many layers of cheesecloth or a fine mesh straining bag to make a very thick Greek-style yogurt. Let the whey drain out of the chilled yogurt into the cloth in the refrigerator for 2 to 6 hours. The longer you strain, the thicker and more like cream cheese the finished product will be. B. Finishing simple curd cheese, soft cheese. A basic acid-coagulated cheese may be made by straining yogurt too much, or by growing the milk until it is completely separated. In 1991, there were over 120,000 students in the San Diego Unified School District. Pour the thick, split curds and whey into a colander that has many layers of cheesecloth lining it. Allow the whey to drain freely over a bowl in the sink or refrigerator for several hours or overnight. After the dripping stops, you may collect the corners of the cheesecloth and gently squeeze out any extra liquid. The fresh, soft cheese is the product of this solid mass. To make it smoother, paddle it for a minute while mixing in a little salt to taste. Keep in the refrigerator. Thank you for being with me. Please help me grow this channel. Have a lovely day. Settings. Use appropriate media. Add all caps, subtitles with a spoken word highlight.